If you're currently in college or high school or you're working 9 to 5 job and you're thinking about quitting so you can pursue copywriting full time, then I made this video for you. Because I want to talk about, because when I was in your situation, because last year I was still in college and I wanted to quit, but I had some type of decision fatigue. I couldn't make a decision as to what I should do. I couldn't make up the best decision. And by making this video, I want to explain why this happens and why you cannot make a decision, why I couldn't make a decision. So the reason you can't make a decision is because we can't make a decision is because our little monkey brains, when we're at this point of our lives where we haven't succeeded yet, we don't see ourselves as these winners. Probably we spent our entire lives getting told by people, you're not enough, you're not this, you're not that. By school, you had to raise your hand, you had to, before you speak, you had to ask for permission to go to the bathroom. You were locked in the in the school for like 8 hours a day. You couldn't do what you wanted, you were whatever. There are a lot of things that are inside of your brain, okay? And this has destroyed your brain. And it has destroyed my brain. And I'm still recovering from it. So, inside of your little brain, you want to have this you want to have this certainty. You want to feel like, if I drop out, this will happen. And because you're not really sure if it will happen, you actually procrastinate making the decision. Okay? So you feel like, what if this doesn't work? What if I make the wrong decision? And what if this decision hurts me for the rest of your life? For the rest of my life? This is what you're thinking. This is what I was thinking. This is what everybody's thinking. Especially when we're at this stage in our lives. This is what I was thinking. Remember, I was at the fucking spot last year. I was still in college. So you feel like you don't want to get out of your little comfort cell, as I call it. And it makes sense. You've spent your entire life in certainty. You were like, okay, if I study this, then I'm gonna get a good grade. And you want it to be the same way when it comes to copywriting. You want to be like, if I quit and I send, I don't know, whatever amount of outreach, then I'm going to land clients. And this is why a lot of my students ask me, Orestes, how many outreaches do I need to send before I land my first client? And how many, bro, I have this student who has everything in, I don't blame him, it's fine. I don't blame him. Everybody does what he likes most. He has this Google Doc where he has, for example, 2,000, he has a store replies, he has the free value, he has this. And he's like, okay, if I send this amount of outreach and I get this amount of replies and I get this amount of replies then, and I book this amount of calls and I close this amount of calls and I make this amount per client. And it's like, he has this entire process laid out. And it's like, it's not simple math. 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 when it comes to getting copywriting clients. And that's why I feel like tracking your KPIs is a little bullshit. What I do is, I found the best process, I shared it with my students, and they don't have to do any of this bullshit work when they try to find the best outreach method or whatever. They already know the best outreach method. They already know exactly what they need to do. And so they don't need to waste time with that crap. So back to our topic. You feel this certainty and it needs to get out. There's no fucking certainty in this game. There's no certainty. This may feel a little bit discouraging, but it's actually a good thing. There's no certainty, but the thing is, as long as you keep putting in the work, as long as you don't quit, you're never gonna fail. Like, imagine this. How can you fail if you don't quit? How is it possible for you to fail if you don't quit? It doesn't make sense. If you remain in the game, you cannot lose. So if you don't quit and you keep outreaching and being consistent and learning and getting mentored by people, you're going to land clients. Eventually, you're gonna get lucky, as people call it. You're gonna get lucky eventually. So yeah, that is the fucking essence of being an entrepreneur. Nothing is guaranteed, nothing is certain, and that's the risk you're gonna live with. That's the risk you're gonna live with. But it's up to you, man. What do you want? What do you actually want? Do you want to be certain? Like, even a 9 to 5 job isn't certain. There's no certainty there. There's definitely no certainty there. You can't make the amount of money you want. Not at all. You can't travel whenever you want. You gotta be there for 8 to 10 hours a day. You gotta spend another 2 to 3 hours, whatever, 1 to 2 to 3 hours in traffic, going back and forth from work. You can't pay for what you want. You can't buy the luxury you want. You can't buy your family what they want. You can't buy your kids what they want. You can't buy your wife what she wants. You can't buy your family what they want. You can't buy yourself what you want. They're literally, when I see it, now that I see it now as a successful copywriter, now that I see it, it's like, bro, there's not even a question about what I would do. There's not even a question. I could never go back. Literally, I could never go back. I could never. And it makes sense that you feel this way. I'm not blaming you for feeling this way. That's what I used to feel. And it wasn't until in the last 8 to 9 months, 9 months now, that I've been making $5,000 to $10,000 a month every single month, that I stopped having these limiting beliefs. Like, now I never have these limiting beliefs. 9 months ago, I used to be like, what if this copywriting thing fails? What if my parents were right? Because I had inconsistent income. Maybe I would make $2,000 to $3,000 in a month. I think that was my highest month. Yeah, it was $4,000 a month 1 year ago for just 1 month. And it was like zero. $4,000, zero. And then I got to $5,000 a month every single month because I learned the system. So yeah, you're going to have these limiting beliefs until you actually prove to your subconscious that it ain't true. And you can only do this once you succeed. But the only way for you to succeed is by being in the game, not getting discouraged, and just staying consistent. That's the secret to success. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you in this video. Hope you got some value out of this. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, share. See you next time. Love you.